Hello. Can you hear me? Hello. What's up, everybody? Can you hear me? I'm sorry. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello. Tanya, can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you. Something's going on with my camera, so we'll have to go without me on camera. But I don't want to hold us up any longer. I do apologize. Not sure what is going on. Um,
No worries.
but I will have to check it
Can
out.
you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly fine. So, welcome to What's Going On.
Oh, great. Okay.
Welcome to What's Going On.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I am LaRhonda Marie. And guys, I'm super excited to be able to introduce this my special guest, Tanya Wells. Go ahead and give them just an introduction. Let them know who you are.
Okay. So this is my second interview with you guys. Thank you so much. My name is Tanya Lewis Wells. I am currently the owner of Bodyworks Aesthetics Med Spa. I'm based in the DMV in the Bowie location. But I come from the world of bodybuilding. And I've done since 2003. I started out as a makeup artist for professional and amateur bodybuilders. And I morphed into doing magazines, basketball wives, everything that had to do with sports. And so I've always been in what we call the body business. I actually had a streaming show on WBGR Sports Network called The Body Business, where I, talk to other women that's in sports. And so it's just been a natural evolution. Now I'm turning 50 on New Year's. And of course, I'm a mom and all that good stuff. So the days of ripping and running, doing makeup are behind me. But I was able to become a bodybuilding promoter. I hosted an all-female sports weekend, opened an all-female gym. Inside my gym, I had a med spa, which of course took off because, we women love to take care of ourselves. I'm definitely glad about that. But that also showed me my next path, which was opening up a full-fledged med spa to catering to women, of all ages, all races. But this is a med spa for body sculpt. So this isn't the face game. This is still the body game and helping women lose weight, achieve their body goals, skin tightening, cellulite reduction, fat dissolve, all that good stuff.
Cool. So, if you could highlight what you did in 2024, what would be the highlight of your year?
I think the thing that was the game changer for us, and I hope people definitely, don't just Google, but learn, was doing the weight loss drugs. That was the thing we brought on, semaglutide to be in particular. I partnered with a laboratory, actually a female-owned laboratory, Dr. Bella Rose. Definitely have to give her a shout out with medical diagnostic. I was able to partner with them, bring in semaglutide peppermint stock when even Walgreens and all these other places didn't have it. And that allowed me for significant growth and brought on a whole great bigger clientele of women that really wanted to take charge of their lives, and finally get the weight off and keep the weight off.
Right. I personally have wanted to try it. I have not. It is I'm in Oklahoma City. It has become very popular here. We have
it has been a game changer.
It has. I mean, and I can see
it makes
the
a difference.
results. Yes, the results are back, and they are great.
Yeah.
Everyone that I've seen, are there some downsides to do you have to
Are you going in and out?
I'm sorry, can you hear me now? Hello.
Well, you're going out, but I think you asked about a little bit. So did you say side effects or maintenance?
Yes, both.
Okay. So that's that funny. I'm glad you asked. That's definitely a big question. A lot of, please don't kill me, Oprah. A lot of my clients, the very first thing they come in and go, I don't want to look like Oprah. I know that they have that whole, people are always fearful of that lollipop look. But again, I think with my background, that's where the bodybuilding background comes in, and understanding that whenever you're breaking down your body, fat dissolve, water, weight, all of that stuff, because there is a difference. You need to make up the difference with macro based, I don't want to say dieting, but you got to take in protein. When we diet down to get ready to do a show, that's why you always see competitors taking in so much protein, chicken, or whether it just be protein shakes, because as your body decreases, and it doesn't look at food like food. Everything to your body is simply, hey, is this an energy source? Which fat is its biggest energy source. But it takes weight from everywhere, including fat and muscle. So the big thing I always knew from bodybuilding was, with my folks and my clients, I incorporate meal plans. They have, because of my background, I have a contract with a bodybuilding protein company, female owned, that's been around since, actually, they were the sponsor for Arnold Schwarzenegger when he first started in bodybuilding. They are my sponsor that bring in both supplements and protein. So when I have my clients on the semaglutide, they walk out with meal plans, protein shakes right there that they can take home, all the things that will save, that muscle. So that way, as they're doing their walking, and their home regimens of working out, drinking water, they're also retaining muscle instead of just losing everything. So I think a lot of times when people don't have that body knowledge, they just put you on the product and send you on that way. But your body can absolutely be manipulated. In bodybuilding, we do it all the time. But if someone doesn't have that background, they won't know to tell their clients that. They just send them on with the compound and let them go.
So they have the best of both worlds when they come into your med spa.
Oh, absolutely. Because it's funny, before I even started with semaglutide, I was getting a lot of those folks who needed skin tightening, because I do skin tightening as well, a full-on detox, infrared. You get everything. So it's best of really three worlds. You get to lose the fat. I do targeted lipo shots, needleless. So we get that stuff out of the way. We're controlling your appetite with semaglutide, but I'm also using radio frequency and infrared saunas and body wraps and little tricks we know in bodybuilding to tighten, the midsections and your legs, to make sure we bring you into what we call is a V taper. And that is that nice snatch waist, and you got the nice, your up top looks good. Your hips are still great. Everything comes in very nice and tight, and everything is in proportion, which is what I'm able to retain with my clients. So it's been, this past year, I did close to a $50,000 jump just in revenue with clientele. And it's not regular clientele. I have forensic police officers. I have judges. I have a whole lot of nurses, because even though they care for us, they never have time to care for themselves. I have lawyers, the corporate lawyers from Walmart, are my clients. So, it's everything. And those kind of folks, they put us first, and they come in, and now they can put themselves first and do it all the way around.
What did you discuss in your feature that was in Swagher's new issue, Glow, through the season? What did you discuss in that feature?
So with that, a lot of the glow through the season, that just means, a lot of that is taking care of yourself, staying in maintenance. One of my taglines is, bringing the West Coast lifestyle to the DMV. What do I mean by that? Well, as I'm sure you know, when you're in LA, you're in Miami, all those folks have a glow about them. They're always in the mindset of taking care of their body. And it's not just the gym. It is that med spa regimen. If we had to put our Kim Kardashian hat on, those folks are in the body business of keeping their body, not just in shape, but they go to the estheticians. They keep up with their skin. They take the time to do that. So that's what I mean. Like my clients, even once they reach their goal weight, their maintenance plan, they come in and see me one time a month just to make sure they get tightened up. They keep everything good. I have a esthetician that works alongside of me. Her name is Skincare by Samaya Schamberger. Her father is a former Mr. Universe. And this is his youngest daughter who embarked on being an esthetician. So now my clients, once they get their body where it needs to be, now they're going over to her, to get their faces done. They get, what they thought was moles. They find out it's something else out of there, and to bring their color up in their skin. And I'm not talking just on your face. She's great at doing, your face, your underarms, your bikini area, because those things, especially for women of color, that's where we have discoloration. Right. But it's a beautiful thing when everything is one hue, no discoloration, so that's what I meant. And then going forward, we're going to add some really great add-ons just to help with that in 2025.
I love that women of color have now started to groom themselves differently. Like we have bought into the estheticians, and we finally have bought into it. And I love it. I think I started probably about 6 or 7 years ago, just doing my waxing and then my facials. And so, I love that we are taking care of our bodies like that, our skins and everything. So have you saw, like, I know you have different demographics of clientele, but have you saw the growth in the African American community or women of color community more than ever?
Oh my goodness, they are absolutely 80%, of my clientele. But I'm happy to say, I also have Vietnamese. I have a whole lot of different African, and I see, African women, Ghana, Sierra Leone. I mean, different places where folks are from. But definitely for us, we have now morphed into a whole different place where we are looking to, finally taking those that old mentality of, okay, well, it's good to be thick. Well, it's okay. Yeah, it's good to be thick, but it's also great to be healthy. And now folks are saying, listen, the good thing about, all the women of color, any of us, we always going to keep our curves, baby. We built that way.
Right.
But you just got to do it a certain way. And then the beautiful thing is you're just that smaller version of yourself. And we always come packed with our hips and our thighs. But to be able to have that and have that excess 30 pounds off, but still have, tight skin and your glutes look great. I mean, and you got the smaller waist, but the thick thighs, it is a freedom. One of my clients says, to be able to go on the beach and enjoy the beach and not have to worry about, she would say she'd have to keep covering herself up with the sarong, how we all used to do. Yeah. And she said for once, after all these years, she was able to enjoy the water, enjoy her family, and not be concerned about how she looked, because she knew she looked good. And that made a difference. And her look good to her was being comfortable with the skin she's in, not looking at other people, other races, other things that I think a lot of us get plagued with, and then that she got to a point where she finally loved how she looked. She loved who was looking back at her in the mirror.
I love that. What's new for you in 2025?
Oh man. So, thank goodness this God has paved a way. I always say, tell people, find your journey and God will get you there and open more and more doors. So I'm bringing on RNs. So I have Taylor Exum coming on. She's an RN. And what they're going to be bringing to the table is your laser treatment. So now instead of waxing, we're doing laser hair removal. So once you kill that follicle, you will find that area around where hair is will lighten on its own, because it's no longer being traumatized by razors or by waxing. We're also going to be doing laser tattoo removal. I know you thought you was in love at 18, but now it's time to get that dude's name. So we're going to be doing that, and also Botox. That is something that people would think, oh, that's not for us. It absolutely is for us, but it's twofold, yes, migraines, but also, if you want to have the face just a little bit more, snug, we'll have that. Of course, the fat dissolve that I do now is ultrasonic cavitation, but we'll be bringing in cool sculpting. So I'll have that. That way, folks that want that variety will absolutely have that. And then also, I'm partnering with a juice company. And so not only will people leave out with their protein, but I'm also going to give them, they do a detox, but it's with a pill. But I'm also going to give them a 1 week supply of juices that they can take for morning and for afternoon, and a nice pick me up on Saturday. So Monday through Saturday, they will have a juice detox that they get to take with them. And on Sunday, you have a sensible dinner, and then, you run your race the next week, however you see fit. But it's just to help women get started down the road of health and wellness permanently. Folks always ask me with all of this, hey, is the fat loss permanent? Well, it's only as permanent as the decisions you make. I have folks who've had tummy tucks years ago that have come back in because they gained the weight. But now, I just had a client said she couldn't wait to get under 200. She was at 240 something, and she sent me, I always get pictures of people's scales. And all I saw was a scale come up and it said 199. And she was so thankful because she just couldn't get the weight off. So, being able to give folks what they need in one package is what I want to continue to do, and, grow in the areas that they see fit to keep them healthy and, their wellness where it needs to be for the long term, not just for the moment.
That's good. Any advice for upcoming entrepreneurs?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, one of the bigger things, I'm actually now certified under the National Med Spa Association, which is who I'm certified through, as a trainer. So I will be training the next, I call the young guns, next crop of business owners, I hope. And yeah, I think, one, be respectful of your fellow entrepreneurs. There's great things to learn from them. And there's great partnerships. One of the things I've always told folks, in building my business, I always ran it like, I used to run my government contracts. I look at everybody as my subs, people that, that can help me grow. And when we can help each other grow and I can help them grow, we look better when we're bigger together, not separate. So I would say, hone your craft. Be respectful of other business owners, help where you can, learn everywhere you can, and stay a student, stay open to everything. I set aside money to go to the aesthetics conferences in Las Vegas and all those things. And, not to put a color thing on it, but I must say this to my women of color, don't think anything is just for another race. Everything can be for us. We've just got to get ourselves educated. And that way we can let our folks know what's out here that can be utilized to help them in their health and wellness journeys.
Yeah, I agree. What's your experience been like working with Swagger Magazine?
It has been really, really great. I mean, the one thing I will say, and I'm so thankful to you guys, is it gives a platform and a place for us to tell women who think there isn't an avenue for them. You guys give them this platform to see it. A lot of times folks growing up, myself, I grew up thinking, and I'm 50. So when I was coming up, my life was, if you wanted to look pretty, you had to look like Pamela Anderson, because that was like the thing. Now with Swag Her magazine and women seeing women that look like them or that they could look like, and you hear about their journeys, whether it's health, wellness, business, these are things that I say to everybody. Take note. Take note. I don't care if you're at work and your work today might not be your work tomorrow. So as you're learning from these other women and you're seeing these platforms like you guys who are showing folks how and what opportunities are out there and how to get them, we would not know it had you not shown it. And I think, with the upcoming changes over the next few years, unfortunately, we're going to really have to plug in old school with one another. We used to do that a lot. We kind of fell away from it. It is definitely now a time, let's get back on where we're moving together, and that makes the difference. And we need media outlets like you guys to be able to help me get in touch with someone in Georgia, or to inspire the next person that might be in North Carolina, and for me as well, because I read your articles, I take notes on how to build my business credit, how to be thinking about expanding, my footprint in the media world, because I'm older. So, social media is still, this thing where it's like, oh, it's so cumbersome. But through you guys, you help us realize, us old gal realize, it may be, but it's something that is of its time, and we have to learn it if we want to be, relevant.
Right. That's good. That's good. Well, that is definitely our time. I'm glad that you are happy with your experience with us. We definitely appreciate what you bring to the table.
Thank you.
And so I wish you all definitely a wonderful holiday and the best in the New Year's. Okay.
Thank you so much. Same to you guys, and same to the listeners.
All right. You have a good one.
All right. Thank you. Bye now.
Bye. All right, guys. So that is all we have. I do apologize for the technical difficulties with my camera, but as do want to wish you guys a wonderful holiday and be blessed. Thank you.